Wow,
What?
it's too early.
So, hello and welcome to a new episode
Of?
Dev Talk and Play with
Yeah.
Friedrich.
And Jana.
Yeah, after having technical issues like always,
So,
we are finally on the stream. Hey Friedrich, how are you? Acting like nothing happened.
I'm very eager to hear your rant about Duolingo.
Oh.
Because I didn't hear it yet.
That's all I'm talking about for the past day. Okay, it happened yesterday morning. That's when it started. At least for me. Okay, so there's coming a whole
It's the
wall
most
of
awful thing happened.
a whole wall of blah is coming about this. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I think I add chapters. If you're not interested in the Duolingo rant, then you can just skip to Patou. Patou. Patou.
Okay.
We need another speaker. Yeah, so we also want to show some progress we're doing with Patou. And play Fallout 3. The reason why we are so late, because it didn't run. I think we fixed it.
By watching a 4-minute video by some Indian guy.
I mean, I read a Reddit post, and we don't know. I did so many stuff. I don't know what of that is now the right thing.
I
brought
think
it up.
most people said that adding the launcher and the game to the graphics settings to use the dedicated graphics card was what fixed
Yeah.
it for them.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, it already did run before, so it's
Yeah.
not the first time I started it. I don't know. Okay,
Who knows?
but before.
At least you now updated your graphics card.
Let's start with the rant. And maybe a little moody window. Yeah, just with the app. I mean, I'm using it on my smartphone. So I guess if you're interested in learning another language, you might have come across something called Duolingo.
Never heard of it.
It's an app we both use daily, right?
Yeah, for some while now.
For some while now. I think I restarted it in May when Macron became president again. I'm not a
Okay,
fan.
That was your reason?
I'm not a fan, but it was all over the news, and I was like, right, French. Okay, I should restart. It was really kind of my motivation.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
you were doing French lessons in real life. You have books. It's
Yeah.
not like you started it.
No, I didn't start it, but I got into French because in 2019 we were in Brazil, and for that we learned Portuguese. We tried to come across
I don't even
we
know
stumbled.
one single word right now.
We
I
stumbled
could
over
talk.
to the boom.
To the boom, to the boom.
Right.
Obrigado.
Obrigada. So we there's still something in there. So we stumbled over Portuguese, and I must say I confused this so much with French. I couldn't keep up my French lessons, which is fun because parallel to French, I'm also doing Japanese, and that works completely fine. But Portuguese and French fucked up so much, it didn't work for me. So I paused French for I think 3 years, and through the Macron presidential thing on TV, I got back to it. So since this year, I'm using Duolingo, and I was really, really happy that you started French too again, because you also did learn it for a while, right?
Yeah.
How's our voices, by the way? Is it loud enough?
Mine is loud enough.
Okay, mine too. Maybe I shouldn't speak to you, but in the mic. Yeah, so.
I think we have a bit of noise, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's a laptop. So we love this app. We use it for several hours a day, at least 1 hour, right? Maybe more.
What you do? I use it maybe 15 minutes per day.
Okay, really? I sometimes you go into the kitchen and you are there for
Maybe
sometimes
I do
you're on the
that thing.
toilet and you are there for several.
Yeah, okay. I don't learn on the toilet.
It was a joke.
Yeah, but I try to min-max my experience points.
Yeah.
But no, there was a time where I did more than 15 minutes per day, but
It's true, and you were in a Diamond League. So, I mean, and I think the last time we streamed, I think 2 weeks ago, we also talked about Duolingo, and that they, from this learning app, that I put a lot of gamification shit in there, which led to, I mean, it feels like more you're playing Candy Crush than really learning a language. And yesterday they launched a new update, changing, which is weird, not changing how you learn, but how you approach your lessons.
Yeah, but yeah.
What?
How you learn is also changed a bit because you.
Yeah, but the lessons themselves, they haven't changed. This is very interesting because.
Although I have to do 8 steps before I get the
crown?
The violet crown.
Yeah.
This was like 4 or 3 times before that.
Yeah.
Not
so
8.
I tried to find the old look of Duolingo again, and it's fun. I found so many old looks. I don't know if you remember these.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I installed it 8 years ago.
Yeah, me too. I really started like, I think 2014, 15. I think Tanya came up with the app, and I was like, oh cool, something for free, and you can translate stuff, and it was really fun. Also this look, I can't remember, or do I? I'm not sure. I mean, I know I stopped using Duolingo when this changed, like that you make the everything golden.
Yeah.
Then I had everything golden. Then they brought up another update, and all my progress was gone. And then I stopped using the app. So, and now I'm in this mood again because they also did something very crucial to the game. So this is how you approached a lesson before. Like, it might be like a typical thing. Like you start with a lesson, like on the left, it's like basic, for example. And if
can you zoom the picture?
I think I can just open it, maybe. Oh yeah. From where's the article? December. Oh no, it's like
2016.
No, but it's like the guild trip is even harder. Not that the. Also, 2011. I think I started. Yeah,
the first one is a bit creepy.
Really? No, it looks more like a print. I don't know. Can I graphic new tab? Maybe zoom in it. Yay. So, Duolingo was like that. You would approach, like, for example, basic, and only when you solve, like, it looks like the family icon. It starts with a violet, and you have to do the whole lecture, like sometimes 3 to 4 lessons, right? And when you made them, like when you made it, you can access the next row. Like when you did food and animal, for example, the violet, you get the next row. So you can choose on your own which lessons to intensify, because you can do them again, and then they get green, and then they get blue, or first they get blue, and then they get green, and then they get red and orange and whatever.
Hey crap, I told you.
Hey crapman!
Patou.
Welcome to the Duolingo rant. Are you a Duolingo?
Let's see how long this goes.
Hater or lover? So yeah, right now we are just describing how the app works and what they changed. I mean, it's also a lesson in design. I think it's so interesting, what they did. So that's. I mean, you can choose which lessons you could like intensify, get more into. What's
improve your skills.
Improve, thank you. And you can decide which kind of lessons you want to do. Do we want to food or animals, for example, or like in the next row you can decide on Christmas flirting or idioms. So that's on you. So now that's what they launched, and it's an absolute horror for me. I fucking hate that.
I think the biggest problem for me is how much you scroll now.
If
you get back to an older one, it's like
what you see here.
What the fuck?
Like one icon is, I don't even understand it, right? Like I think one icon is this row, right? Is it that? I mean, when
Somehow,
reading the
yes.
comments of people, they don't even understand what they're
click
seeing.
on go up, or here you can increase one level, and then you have 8 of these. You can only do have 3 errors 8 times.
8. Blah.
That's really not fun.
Yeah, so that's like the highest. The violet is
Yeah.
the highest. Like the dark violet is the highest. So, but my problem is, I know where is
Crabman
it?
writes, I liked a lot about it, but it's starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, but it's really the new update that they launched 2 days, like yesterday morning. I had it on my phone. You got it
A day
only
later.
today, a day later. And there are people who got it like in August. I think in August they started to launch this update. And you still see people, like this petition, for example, petitioning to reverse the newest Duolingo update. It's from 3 months ago. They really launched it when they launched the update.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. There are like with 8,000 people now. I think.
But it was 7,000 for 3 days ago, so it really made a jump in these last days.
Yeah, it picks up again. But I just want to say that for us it's a problem now, but there were people who got it like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And that's where the petition is from. Like it feels like now it's burning and everybody hates it, but it started really for a lot of people already.
I didn't have a look yet how much you actually get now regarding XP.
Yeah, some people said
I'm not
only.
really interested in that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my problem is it really looks like something for toddlers now. You know, you don't understand what the lecture is about. I mean, it says here, it states, talk about abstract things, okay? Talk about sport and naysaying. I don't know what's in English. And my problem is they killed my progress. They fucking killed my progress, and I hate that. What is that even? I don't know. I mean, you can jump here,
Talk
so...
about a religion.
I mean, you can jump here, so this means I can...
But if you do you have to pay?
I mean, I already pay. I paid it, so
No,
I can... you mean I pay with stones or something?
That's another thing in the app. It's like gems, and here it's ingots.
That was
Oh,
old,
you have to do
but
a
that's not new. They always did that.
Yeah, but I never understood it.
Me neither. I seldom use the Windows. So what a rant is really about, it's really hard to say. It's so crazy because I think when you don't use the app and you're new to Duolingo, you might like it. I mean, it has these nice images and I really love their art style. They even bought...
Look at that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You want to do some...
But you know what? I read a posting, like I searched on, like right now I'm like every minute I'm on Reddit reading what others say about this. And there was a person that was with Duolingo from the beginning that wrote about it. And I think he or she, I forgot, said the reason they might have done it, so not to say that they are greedy for money, because they are also something I didn't know before, Duolingo is traded on the stock market. You can buy them on the...
Is there a stock market lesson in
There's no stock market lesson. In 2021, they became a publicly traded company.
Okay.
Publicly owned, traded, whatever,
Yeah,
company. And you
They
know,
have
the
shareholders
first
now.
time I saw this, yeah, it's good for their shareholders. It's not good for you. But today I saw a posting where somebody described why this little jump and run action path might make sense. The reason is, where is it? This here. So it's called the waterfall method, right? So you start with basic, you do basic, then you get phrases and basics too, then you go back to basic, then you do phrases and basics, then you can do food and animals, then you go back to basics. This is the waterfall method, and it completely makes sense. I think you do it well. You really do basics until you reach the highest level. What I did, I quickly jumped down, since when they get red, I jump to the next. So I do the lesson 3 times, and with every lesson it gets a bit harder. They add new vocabulary and stuff. I get to the next. I was really, really, really down below, and now I really realized, damn, I really want to have the crown level. And so I'm in this area, like for example, I'm in this area for a very long time without anything happen, without making any progress. I can't continue because I already entered new levels, so there's nothing happening. It's changing colors, but I'm really in this one region for a very, very long time. And I think, they are doing lots and lots of A/B tests. There's also a blog article about this. And I think a lot of people jumped off first doing this wrong, like going too deep, too quick, and also not understanding that you have to do this more than one time.
Yeah, but can't they like communicate this a bit better and not just change the UI so it is unusable now? This
is really my problem as well. So I think, or at least this person states that this might be the reason, because now it's more linear. Now it's people don't make mistakes.
This shitty path they could have changed it back to one button.
Yeah, I also think you get XP like in games, and only if you reach the right number XP, then you get the next level. I don't understand why they crushed all this only to have this, because people couldn't use the waterfall method, maybe used it poorly or correctly.
I was very correct.
You were very, like in my first run of Duolingo, I was also very correct. Then they stripped all my golden crowns from me because they did the redesign. So
what I had is that they had broken lessons, like the crown breaks from time to time, so you have to redo it, what I find okay.
Yeah.
But it was always Messieurs and Madames.
Yeah, true.
Basics one.
It doesn't seem to exist anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
It feels
you
like...
You have to do it by yourself. And that's what I find so shitty, why you have to scroll like eons.
Yeah.
Which is okay on the laptop because you have a scroll bar. But you don't have one in the app.
Yeah, sure. It's disgusting, and really, it might feel for people who are not using the app like on a daily basis, and like I said, for 8-9 years I'm using this app, and there are a lot of updates, but not so devastatingly like this, or really putting everything upside down. It might feel weird that we are talking like, okay, what has changed? The lessons are the same, so what's your problem? But there's so much hate when you like use the hashtag Duolingo on Twitter. People hate it. Like there's this petition on Reddit. There's lots of stuff, and for me, I really started to look into, okay, what is Duolingo actually? What happened to my favorite app? And it's really interesting because I didn't realize their transition, because when we started the app, it was really a community-driven app where people would go to the forum and would participate like in lections. I even wanted to do the German one, but then I wasn't that active, and my grammar is bad. It's not bad as a German, but I couldn't explain why I talk the way I talk, I don't have, okay, this is because it's a pronoun, or we use verbs like this because I don't know. So, but back then in 2014, and for a very long time, the lessons were made by an AI from the beginning. That's why sentences like "Je suis une pomme" exist. But also made by people, and they were cut off. The forums got all deleted in 2022. I didn't even realize that. The only place where you could see this is when you make a lesson and you read the comments. Those little talks about a specific lesson, they still exist, and there you see the people that contributed. And sometimes still the forum links are still in there, but they never worked. And occasionally I clicked on them and they didn't work, and I was like, yeah, okay, so this lesson is deleted. But I never thought about they deleted the whole forum where people contributed for years and years and years.
So much knowledge lost.
Yeah, totally. Because especially in a French lecture, people really prepared. Okay, lesson. So not lesson, like knowledge.
Lecture is just not the right word.
Yeah, sorry, but you know what I mean. Like they prepared not lesson, but like descriptions or examples, just listed more examples of something. Like, oh, okay, why do you say this and that in French in this specific moment? And people would just describe like more in detail. Because Duolingo, the problem with Duolingo is, what?
Stephen is talking in some strange dead.
Bonsoir, comment ça va?
Je suis une pomme, merci.
True. Hey Stephen, what's up? Yeah, and the thing about Duolingo is you learn the grammar by repeating it and trying to figure out yourself what they are doing, what they want you to understand. And in the forum, they would teach you like the grammar behind it, like for grown-ups to just read the stuff and remember it, you know? And it was really helpful. I mean, now they added like Hinweise.
Hints.
But yeah, that's not really...
That's the base sentences.
It's just the base sentences, so it's not really... In Japanese, though, they have super nice...
Stephen says, je suis une croissant.
Right.
Oui, baguette, baguette.
Yeah, because in they have guidebook in Japanese, in the Japanese lesson. What? Here. You get really like, okay, what's the prepositions? No, you know, like those little words that you put in between prepositions. Is it preposition? I think. You know, they it's really nice, like even with images, and it's super nice. And that's also what a lot of people criticized. Since they're going to the stock market, some languages became better than others because they kicked out all the enthusiasts and only look, okay, what lessons are the ones that are used most? Japanese, Spain, German, English, this kind of stuff. But for example, Greek or new lessons, some people really want new lessons, but they don't get them because they kicked out the enthusiasts. It sucks so hard. And since I know that, since I know what they did to the old app, and also that they bought an animation studio, I mean, I kind of appreciate all the illustration, though I feel... What?
Je pense que le japonais est trop difficile pour apprendre avec Duolingo.
No,
Depends.
I think they do... What they did really, really well with learning Japanese on Duolingo is they added katakana and hiragana. Like the...
Yeah.
I don't know how to... characters.
I think I would motivate it, but Jana is very motivated.
Oh, I'm so motivated, and I'm really thinking about not using Duolingo anymore. I could cry, really. It makes
I know,
me
you cry.
so angry.
Look at your Tuesday.
Yeah, like the
Performance.
moment I got a new update, it's like it's so hard. I think I even lost my streak. No, I could still get my streak, but still. I mean, Japanese is even harder. That's true. I mean, I have another app called. Where's my smartphone?
Bubble, Buzo,
Yeah, like
Anki.
I'm going to. Like the question is now, okay, what's the alternative? Like, I don't know, do I use Duolingo further, especially knowing what the guys behind it are doing with the app or planning with the app or trying to do for their shareholders instead for that they ignore their community so much is what really infuriates me. So I try for other languages, and what I also used quite intensely, the app says I used it 111 days,
Federico.
is Buzu. It's like, I think it was an African language that was only spoken by a handful of people, and the app was created to preserve this language, and that's how it came to be. And it's a really classical you program. You got your lections, you got little quizzes, you get the okay, it's a very, very bad example to show the grammar, to show what they do with grammar, but they explain the grammar to you. Okay, why do you use that? And then you get examples, you use them, but it's not like the sentence building, the extensive sentence building like in Duolingo. And it's interesting how that came to be in Duolingo. Like one of the founders, it's the guy that invented the reCAPTCHA, actually.
Okay.
Like combining the book scanning and identifying the words with repelling bots from websites. Like he brought them together, invented reCAPTCHA, and he's also the CEO of Duolingo.
Okay.
And he invented Duolingo. Also, like having these two problems. Okay, people need translations, and also there's a high demand for free learning apps, for language learning apps, and that there's like very few languages are massively used, like English and I guess Chinese, for example, and there's a demand for translations. So he invented the app so people could quickly and freely learn. Salut!
Steven is recommending Vanikami.
Vanikani? Okay. Oh, I didn't know that you learn Japanese as well. So nice. Can you search for my smartphone so I can... I think it's like somewhere there. Then I can tell you the apps I'm... Is Vanikani the thing with the Doge? I think I download Doge. For me it's Doge. It's German.
Joandy asks, Comment allez-vous?
Comment allez-vous? Ça va? Très bien. Et vous? I think I tagged it Duolingo.
Yeah, I think this...
So I think a lot of people use this maybe on Twitch for language learning. That's so interesting. I didn't know this exists. Yeah, I never used Twitch for language learning, actually.
You mean Tandem or just here, look how I learn?
I don't know if people use it, but it might be interesting to check it out. Anyway, today we're using it for a rant, and I'm sorry for that because we loved Duolingo until 2 days ago. So what I'm using is...
Je ne sais pas s'il y a une application pour Vanikani sur le téléphone.
Oui, so I'm using Kanji Study.
Not everything has to be an app.
Kanji Study. It's like you can find all the kanji that exist and look how they are written and what I mean. And I'm using HJ Lite. HJ Lite, it's like this. And it's like a single person who teaches you Japanese like in nice little lections. That's really cool.
I really have to get into Tandem. This is an app.
Yeah, and
where
also
you talk to real people, apparently.
Yeah, and I think it's like you call real people, and we were so anxious to just use it now.
Yeah,
because I feel like you tap the button and then you get a person, and now you have to talk French. It's like ça va, salut.
That was my problem with
Bonjour.
the Portuguese in Brazil, and overall I'm just not a language learner and language user. I'm perfectly content with only using English.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see the need for it in the modern times where everything is translated.
Come
Unfortunately,
on.
I don't say it's a good situation. I just say it's for me. It's why am I learning this language? It's just a hobby. It's not really. I see the need to actually do it.
I mean, what I do a lot are really reading shitty crime stories in French.
Je
vais bien aussi, mais ouais, je commence à utiliser Duolingo pour apprendre français il y a que 3 ans. Okay, since 3 years.
I understood this. I understood most of this.
I mean, I also don't know why do I learn French? I mean, it's mostly I learned all the important comic languages like English, Japanese, and French. So because they're like the biggest comic nations or manga.
If I really wanted to use the languages, I should learn Russian and Chinese because those have a big programmer communities too and are very you only find stuff in their language, right? It's
sure.
It's some really important stuff. So that would be a reason, but that's too hard for me.
Yeah. For me, it's just like this summer we were in France and our host was only speaking French, no English, and I think in the last 2 days he told us he also learned German a bit and he could also speak a bit German, but he was very shy speaking it. So we we talked in French, and it was really amazing. Like, that was the first time I really articulated myself in French, and it was cool. It was like I didn't have this feeling like school, and in school you were forced to learn a language. There was no really motivation like, oh cool, I want to learn a language so I can go into the world and speak to people
Well, the
in their
motivation
language.
was you get grades, and if you don't get a good grade,
Sure.
you have to make it. You have to do it again.
Yeah. And Steven says it is amazing to talk to people in their native language, and because language is also history and culture, exactly, you also learn something about the world and
but
people.
do I need that? Do I want to talk to other people?
Yeah, and brain exercise as well. I feel like the moment I'm learning a language, I feel a bit smarter.
Sure.
And also understanding like how people and languages work. Like now, learning Japanese, for example. I always made fun about stuff like arubaito, like the German word Arbeit, like work, in that the Japanese use it. And I never realized, okay, because that's the letter they have to articulate in their language other words.
Sure.
They only have their syllables, and I mean, sure, they can use words like Latin letters, but it's also that you can't hear letters that you didn't learn. Like we don't hear other differences in languages that we don't have in our language. Like I don't know, in French, like the U in bonjour and the U in salut, for example. So stuff like this, you don't hear the difference when you don't train it. And like Japanese don't hear difference between R and L.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, and it's like
I find the etymology often interesting. Like, okay, this word sounds interesting. Oh, it's actually the same as in this other language. And stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you have to delve deeper into weirder languages, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm not really that much into it. Original Caster was more into stuff like that, and so too bad he isn't here.
So what does she say? Désolé, je devais faire quelque chose, mais je suis de retour maintenant. Okay, bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Sayonara. Okay,
Tschüss.
Steven says, yeah, Italian sounded like a machine gun going off before having learned it.
I still like this video when Italian has to explain something and he's not allowed to use his hands. And it looks so funny because you damn again.
So je redis, je vais rester. Okay.
Welcome back.
She's going to rest now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or he? Sorry, I don't know.
Jumandy.
They are. Okay. Also, like learning Japanese is like how culture or writing came to be. It's so interesting. Like Japanese didn't write until I think 400 after Christ, after zero, after after zero. Yeah, in our time. And it's so interesting that really like Chinese Buddhist monks brought it to all the countries surrounding them, like Vietnam and Korea and Japan, and that they just didn't have any writing system before that. And then they adapted it, but realized, okay, but that's Chinese signs, and we can use them to write our words, but it doesn't work with our grammar. So they added two more writing systems to that.
Okay, so still a Duolingo rant?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just
I
like...
don't want to go far off.
Yeah, we got too far off, but I don't know. I had to get it off because like for the whole day I'm researching how other people think about it. I think I read the whole internet, every rant, and now it feels kind of meaningless now that I got it off my shoulders. So weird. I don't know. So... Yeah, so that's the Duolingo thing.
Randy
part.
says rest here does not mean to rest as in English, it means to stay.
Ah. Oh, really?
Steven has the very strange opinion that he doesn't mind the update. You can hate him now.
Wow, Steven! Why? You are not a true Duolingoist fan. You are like a stock market guy. I don't know. Why don't you hate it? I mean, just look at this
Why
shit.
don't you hate something? Hate everything.
Hate it. Look at it. I mean, it looks like for
I didn't do
toddlers.
it.
It looks like, come on, it's like
But
for
maybe
little
we like
children.
toddlers.
Everything is animated, everything is big and knobby, and you can't hurt yourself
really,
in
my
edges.
biggest complaint is really the big scroll bars. It's just too much to scroll now.
Yeah.
I find it bad.
So, okay, now I get rid of... wait, I made just chatting. I get rid of the Duolingo thing. But thanks everyone coming from this part of the internet, part of the Twitch to talk about Duolingo.
Right. Cut. Another topic.
So, like you said, Duolingo is dead
To you.
to me. Yeah, at least for some days, and then I probably pick it up. And I mean, I bought the subscription until May, so I have to use it. I couldn't even take my money from them to show them my opinion because I got the yearly subscription.
You showed your opinion through a bad review.
Oh, a bad review everywhere that is possible. Normally, I hate review bombing. I hate it when people do that. But I was a hater really for the last 2 days, and on Reddit, on Trustpilot, on Android App Store.
Okay, what's this? What we are seeing right now?
I'm calm. My inner self is a beautiful flower.
Just talk about this game you see on your monitor.
Okay, so maybe before my Duolingo rants, you realize, like we talked about Patou. Did you write about it? That we did a reset?
Not that I know. No. I don't think so, no.
Yeah. So I think I wrote it at least once that we had a playtest.
It's not like we have a big followership where people are waiting for the game and we have to explain to them
like
why there's no
ranting on the internet that this game isn't made.
Just saying if we could restart it again and nobody would really notice.
Yeah. Yeah, but acting like people actually read what I wrote on the internet, like living the dream.
Do you have the sound on?
I have it on, but you have to check it because I'm not checking it right now. So, we had a playtest with a friend, and you know this kind of playtest where you don't really say a lot, but while playing and presenting it, you realize all the problems there are in the game. So I think we realized for very long that the game got too big, and the way we were working on it, or the way we approached the game, like we wanted to do an open world game on Switch for the Nintendo Switch. We realized it got too big, also technically problematic. Is it loud enough? Is it good?
I think so.
I mean, we talked about it, what we could make smaller, but I think we never really acknowledged that the direction we are taking wasn't right.
Yeah.
And after the playtest, it was so obvious on our hands that we had to do something, and we really reset everything, like the way the levels look, even like the techniques, like we didn't use terrain. This is terrain, Unity terrain. That's why it's not full screen. I'm playing in the Unity browser now because I was too lazy to do a build because we just came from work and
it's okay.
Building a build is taking longer, so I just played in Unity.
So what's the main difference now?
What's the main difference? Everything. Like the characters are still the same, but I wanted to change them.
I think you can show the old version, but it might not.
Oh yeah, I can show the old.
I like this new look.
Really nice, says Quackman.
Oh, thank you. Wait, I can show you the old version. So, the idea of this game is like you are a girl and you argue with your mother and you come to this kind of dreamland, Alice in Wonderland, like. Yeah, I know. start Alice in Wonderland like, and you end up here, you find this dog, and the dog helps you to remember.
Looks
Like-
nice, agree.
That's
Cool.
our 2 followers.
Yeah.
100% of our 2 followers are.
Agree that it's amazing. No. My thinking is broken. Yeah, the scene doesn't look so well as it looked in the beginning because
Why don't we put the lamps into the overworld?
yeah, we could do this because like we changed the skybox in the other level, so it's changed here because we didn't duplicate it.
You
and
didn't.
yeah, because I forgot. And for me, this scene is
Sure,
dead.
sure.
Okay, this scene is completely dead. It doesn't matter. Why is she walking so weird? Can you jump?
Yeah, there's a lot to fix all the time.
So the idea was to have like a consistent level design, and I built this level in Blender, or we built it in Blender, like
Mostly
deciding
you.
we wanted to have like a level, a terrain that worked better on the Switch. I love this ghost.
Also, the focus pro.
Also, the audio is tad loud. You're a little harder to hear while it's playing.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
You can just set the music volume and so on.
Yeah, I put it to 100%, so it's not good. Where was I? So the main idea was you have an open world, right? But then we realized, okay, we were doing a game for Switch, so we decided to cut the levels down to little islands, but
Break
those
them down.
little islands were still super huge and demanded like a really high quality of level design.
And we don't do quality.
We don't do quality. No, it just took super long to do these levels, and the problem with, I mean, I kind of love building levels in Blender, but the problem is when you change the height, for example, because you realize it's too steep or it doesn't work or the rivers are too low, you have to reset the levels first in Blender and then reset all the foliage as well. And that sucked everything, every item, everything that's part of the game. And I don't know, in my mind, I
Pretty sure there are techniques for that, but
yeah, sure. I mean, in my mind, I talked, wie sagt man das? Ich rede es mir schön. I talked it nice. Is that a word? How do you say this in English? In my mind, that worked, and I think I kind of ignored how fucking long everything took. Like on some days I didn't get anything done because I was using little vertices, scrubbing them around, and the levels never really. I mean, I'm kind of proud of this level because it's not that bad. I mean, now it doesn't look good because some effects are missing. Also, we scrapped the head that I was so happy about. Now he's
we
gone.
might come back.
He might come back. He might have a comeback. Yeah, so and there were some levels that are super huge, like I don't know which one. Just pressing buttons. Is that your level? Yeah, that's your level. Like that are super huge but never got really filled with
Yeah,
interesting
sure.
stuff.
So we now do it differently.
So it was super hard to do level design for what we actually wanted to do because we never did that. What we wanted to do, like tell the story, and yeah. So we scrapped everything, and I was really. Now I don't feel it anymore, but I was really devastated, like with Duolingo. I was really down for days. It was really like because we worked on this like half a year, and it kind of felt a bit like working on Behind Stars. You know, where we reset also a lot, and it never
Really?
clicked. For
Behind Stars?
yeah, Behind Stars that we had three demos. We had several demos for Behind
But-
Stars.
Okay, now I have to remember.
I mean,
Weren't they more like iterations?
yeah, I mean that's also an iteration, right?
Yeah, but does this really a reset
think-
and style and focus?
Yeah, but I mean,
Just
it's a normal game dev thing actually.
Sure.
So it's not like now in hindsight I'm more chill about it, but I'm a bit sad that we didn't test it earlier, that we didn't make the small testings where we where we knew, okay, the game doesn't work, but we tested anyway just to find out minor things. Like for example, tomorrow is the game dev meetup in Leipzig. We'll definitely be there to test like this demo. I mean, you see it's not much, but I really want to hear from people. Do they enjoy running with the dog? Is it cool? Is it fun? Do they realize like that what those things are leading to? Do they like the sound, you know? And what happens if you go to this ruin that is here? You know, this we are not showing because it's also not working in my level. Yeah, I mean it's not a fully play test, but I'm glad we are doing it, because you should test early and test often. It's really not new, but sometimes you are like, no, that's not cohesive. People need to have this and that, and no, it's not. Test earlier, so yeah.
Just tell people, I'm not interested in the bugs. You don't have to break it for me.
Yeah, like we tested
I
it. I
know there are technical issues.
With some people on last Friday also.
I want to know your feelings, not your expertise.
That's a bit the problem with testing with game devs. They're always like, not like going into the game, like being players. They are always like, oh, how is that done? Oh, the camera doesn't work. Oh my god, the camera. And like, oh, why can't I do that? Oh, where am I? Oh no, your game.
Your game is shit. Your game is shit.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it.
Or running to the outer parts of the world and checking, okay, how far can I go? So sometimes I really hate testing with game devs, because there are a lot of people at the game dev meetup that don't play games like intended. Like, just be players, play the game. Don't go to and then, oh, I can do that. Oh, look, oh no, I didn't fall endlessly. So you prepared for that. So you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes other games, I don't want to say suck. I mean, you're playful. You play games in another way. I just heard a very nice podcast while we worked on this this week. It was a podcast about going out of bounds in games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I mean, for game devs it's nothing special. I mean, it's like stuff you see quite often, but for players it's really something mysterious, and there's this room. What is this room for? And you know, this kind of narrative that comes up with, like, for consoles. For example, people create rooms where they put in like enemies, so they preload. And in some games, those rooms are very extensive, or like they talked about a room in Skyrim, like that was very extensively built, and I think it even had a door called "In the Mind of a Madman," and it wasn't part of a level. You could only go there by glitching there.
Okay.
And nobody knows what it is and why it's there, and
maybe testing stuff.
It was so interesting, you know, to it was damn it, what's the podcast? I forgot. Maybe I posted on Twitter later, but that was interesting. I think when you Google "Going Out of Bound" podcast, and it's a German podcast, they talked about it. Yeah.
I loved Going Out of Bounds in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I liked it in Gothic, because as soon as you
Maybe
transform into a bloodfly, you could fly out of the level very easily, or could get into regions you are not allowed to, like get into the old camp just by flying over the walls, and it was fun.
Yeah. So the podcast is Behind the Screens. How could I forget the name?
Visiting areas which were modeled just as set piece when you fly over, but not meant to be visited by food. But you could glitch up mountains and so on.
Yeah. Right.
What was... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crabman asks, what was the game with the infinite terrain when you went off the intended map, Serious Sam or something? That I really loved.
Okay.
I mean, you can also walk forever in Morrowind. It's an island pretty much near the coast of the bigger continent.
Yeah.
But in Morrowind, of course, you can walk outside and get nowhere forever. If you do water walking. I liked in
Hey, what's happening to the moon? That you couldn't rotate the moon before.
what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
So, fun fact, the moon is attached to the player, so the parallax is working, but I don't know.
Did you change something?
No, I didn't change
Okay, I
anything.
have to look into that.
It's cool.
But in what was it called? Citizen Kabuto, you could actually swim to the skybox. It was a big sphere where the clouds and so on are painted on. You could swim to them and touch the clouds, and I found that fun because it reminded me so much of Truman Show.
Yeah. There is
It's
also...
really strange. There must be some error.
There must be an error, wait, I
Yeah,
can
can you
check.
show me the...
Ooh, behind the scene. No, there's no error.
Yeah, I can't see it because
Yes,
you
it's
didn't
red.
scroll.
Ah, okay.
Also, it's all red. How can you do this?
I don't know, I saw someday change the color for fun.
No, there's
and
no error. So it worked
It's-
as intended. I'd say.
So I ranted about game devs breaking our game, and now I broke it. For fun.
Very good that I can look just into the stream to see where it happened.
I think it happened when I got off Patou,
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Strange.
Yeah, so much for the new version.
Was it serious?
I could know. Okay.
Okay. Also in Outcast, you always die when you get out too far. But overall, I found it very atmospheric. That like the city in the desert is totally surrounded by super deadly sand. And it was always, how did they even get there to build the city? Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Ça
Oh no,
va?
you totally missed us playing the game. But I think I sent you.
Can you stop your Firefox because it's resources?
Okay. Let me check the options.
So now the main theme of Fallout 3. Why this game though? What has it to do with Duolingo and Patou?
Nothing. Yeah, it was for free on Epic, and I never played Skyrim with guns, so I was never interested. Also, what you said is kind of true. Like this, why would I go into a post-apocalyptic game and run around where everything sucks and is sad and is dirty and mutated and ugly and green, grey? Okay, that's how Skyrim looks, but yeah. Oh, not Skyrim. It's not Oblivion with guns. It is,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's Oblivion.
Yeah.
They're the same engine. We played Oblivion on the stream. We never played Skyrim.
No, we didn't. What did Kraven say? I also like that in Crisis you could swim out, but sharks. Yeah, I love that as a
Gothic,
boundary.
you want to go out, but you get zapped by lightning.
That was a new one.
So let me quickly check the controls, because before that I played it on controller, and now I'm back on the keyboard. But it doesn't show. Cool. I thought somewhere here were controls, so nope. I did.
Is it even on? I don't hear anything.
I think
I
it's.
know.
I did start the beginning. So there, you start in the world. You're like a little child. Your dad is teaching you stuff, and you got a birthday party coming. And when you're old enough, I think they do a weapon training with you for some reason. And then shit happens. I think yeah, you are supposed to get contained because you know too much, or I forgot. Doesn't matter. So in this world, all those vaults are open, but not the vault you are in. So like people after the post-apocalypse, there are a lot of people in this world, but your vault is like never open because you have like a kind of dictator who kept you in. But I don't hear anything actually. I don't know why.
What is missing?
I don't hear anything.
Really?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
I hear.
Ah,
Do you want mine?
I put yours in, and so I heard mine.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, interesting. On the Y splitter.
Magic.
Magic. So is it too loud? So
Where are we?
the
This
father of
looks
my
like
best
a very interesting dungeon.
yeah, the father of my best friend was this dictator guy, and I killed a person who imprisoned my friend.
She's opening the vault door. Get moving, sir. We need this door open now.
Wait, is he?
God, you actually.
Ah, yeah, that's a friend I saved. So they said the door can't be opened, and now I'm opening it to the world. Like the story is like all the other vaults are already open. So
But what happened?
what do you mean? What happened?
Why are there vaults?
Because World War stuff.
Is there some catastrophe?
Wait, what? What? Oh, I can.
What? Forever? You can't go back?
What? That's strange. Why?
I mean, it's like this first Oblivion dungeon,
Exit World 101.
but you could at least go back to that one.
Yeah, that's strange. Why can't I go back? So that was super confusing, like we explained it, right?
Because they don't.
Okay, so that's how they.
Try it, go back.
Yeah. So now it's a dungeon. No, it's a simple.
It's closed.
It's good.
Go to the door, I want to see what happens there at the door.
Where? Which door?
The big vault door.
Oh, wait, that's too much. Can we please? So reset what? Why do I want me to do this now? 16, assign 16 skill points. Didn't I already do that?
Yeah, but you're welcome to level 2. What do you want to be? A rogue?
Yeah, I wanted to be good in
army guy?
speech, science. I don't know, for some reason. Lockpicking?
That's why I love auto leveling.
I said energy weapons, but I think I don't have laser rifles and stuff. I think
Not
I have.
yet.
Not yet. Which kind of weapons do I have? I don't know. Maybe can I do that later? Like in other
Okay.
games, why do I have to do that now?
No, in Oblivion you never could do it.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm really.
In the
It's too much.
Elder
Okay, medicine.
Too random.
Lockpick, explosive sounds good. Big guns.
Can you do more science? We have to science.
Yeah,
stuff.
science the shit out of this game. Oh, sneak. Forget science. Sneak. Okay.
Okay, now you can
Continue. Awesome. Hello? What? Yeah, back, E. Continue.
You have to choose something.
Ah, okay.
A perk, probably.
Okay, what? Black Widow. In combat, you do 10% damage against I'm a female player. Female character. Male opponents outside of combat, you sometimes have access to unique dialogue options when dealing with... Okay, interesting. You're dead. You've devoted your time to intellectual pursuits. You gain an additional 5 points to both the science and medicine skill. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's use Daddy's girl. Okay. I hate it when you just want to talk about a game and you either have tons of dialogue or...
Maybe you shouldn't choose an RPG then.
Yeah, but I expect... So it doesn't work. There are reports of new radio message being broadcast across the capital wasteland. The transmission appeared to be some sort of distress call.
Oh, this is
And
a
give
side
little
quest.
information. It very much sounds like a side quest.
Do we have like add-ons installed? I don't know if Fallout 3 has that.
I think they got all the... I think they have... It's like the Game of the Year award, something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Show me the world.
This, isn't it
It
beautiful?
looks so
Let's go back.
brownish. You get a lot of stuff.
It really sounds like add-on,
like
add-on stuff. Oh,
yeah.
what the fuck? Broken steel has been loaded. Your level cap has been raised to 30. Wow, I'm so thankful. Who am I? Where am I? Your level cap has been raised to 30.
Would be fun if you get this message in real life.
Dude, whoever programmed this.
And you get this shit in Morrowind and so on too.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it helped to have played the vanilla game,
Yeah.
but now you get all this shit.
Okay, story. So it's like set in our world. We are North America. I think there was the Third World War, right? Or is it after the Second World War? No, it's after the Third World War. There was a
Second
third.
was a bit earlier.
It was a bit
It
earlier,
looked
so
like now.
yeah. But look, it's a bit like 60s stuff. I think in the 60s.
I think it's retro futurism.
I think in the 60s there was the Cold War, leading to Third World War, and then they built their bunkers. Dude, I don't even know how to use some radio. Why don't you tell me that? Oh man, I haven't played a game of that area for a very long time. It looks so good, interesting. I mean, it's not ugly. I kind of like
When
it.
you look
but
at the grass and look down, I want to see if there are decals.
dude, I want to know what I can do, what I'm supposed to do, where I can go. I have no idea. So stats, Daten. Okay, Enclave
Hello again,
Radio.
America the Magnificent. This is President Eaton, and I was hoping we could talk. Did you know there are those amongst us who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security? These radical malcontents don't care about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is fulfilling their own selfish desires. Let's take a tally of these
It's
agitators, shall we?
2077.
There are, of course, the raiders, those anarchistic ruffians
It's like
who
Cyberpunk.
roam the
Yep.
wastes, preying
Interesting.
on
It takes
any
place
and
within
all stealing,
Fallout's
murdering.
usual setting of a world that
The
deviated
so-called
into an alternate
Brotherhood of
timeline
Steel
thanks to the atomic
don't
age
be
technology,
fooled by their
which eventually
pseudo-nightly
led to its
nonsense.
devastation
Close
by a nuclear
connections
apocalypse
to the
in the year
United States Army.
2077, referred to as the Great War,
Power-armored Boy
caused by
Scouts
a
are
major
nothing more than
international
common
conflict between the
criminals
units like
with
the United
access to
States
some
and China over
antiquated
natural resources,
criminals
and the last
who have the
remaining supplies
audacity
of untapped
to claim this
uranium and
country's
crude
most
oil.
important
When was that war?
military installation, the Pentagon, as their own personal clubhouse.
2077.
Ah,
And don't
No,
be
I don't
fooled.
no, that can't be, because that's when you get out.
The main story takes place in the year 2277. So yeah, I guess.
Even more so, being in exile.
I think it's like in the
What about
60s,
the
because the
slavers
whole
of
look is like
Paradise
60s
Falls?
style.
The nuclear apocalypse was in 2077,
And
but you
last
are in
but
the
not
year
least,
2277,
the mutated super mutants
around
that have
36
completely
years after
overrun
the events of
entire
Fallout 2,
downtown DC
of
area.
which it is not a direct
Lawlessness,
sequel.
terror, murder. They're all around us, I know.
I never played much Fallout. I played the first part for a while, but I never liked the system and the graphics. Not the quality of the graphics, but
This is a
I'm
high
really
priority
not
message.
into
Backup is needed at our
stuff.
location. Any personnel
That's why
listed on this
Elex
briefing,
was
please
already
report at
pretty
once.
hard to me, and I was thankful that there was so much like green in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I'm actually a bit confused, because they have this radio. I mean, I have this radio signal that we should investigate,
And
but I don't really know how.
New Vegas.
Did you try it?
I started it, and right after doing the first dialogue, I stopped playing. Not like, oh, I hate it, just I didn't get back to it.
So I don't know what this means, that we should investigate the outcast distress signal. So what?
Look at the world map or the local map.
I have no idea. M doesn't work.
You can open your... And there you can set the world map.
Ah, there's the local map. Local map, world map.
Go south.
Okay,
Oh
so
no. Where are you? Ah, here it goes south.
okay, shit goes south.
This is Defender Morel.
I mean, I
Any
like
outcasts listening on this
Horizon,
frequency
right?
report to Sector 7B,
But it's
Bailey's
like
Crossroads.
a post
This is a high priority
world.
message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
The radio is annoying.
But it is atmosphere.
It is atmospheric, but I don't know how you could not hear radio. Because now he will say this again and again, you know.
Can you choose a different radio?
He had this enclave
Till
radio.
next time, this
But
is
he was
John
talking
Henry
over and
Eaton
over and over.
signing off.
Okay.
Yeah, those games were not made for streaming where you could... where this might be annoying. Yeah, but the world was actually quite
Defender
interesting.
Morel. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to
How
Sector
could
7B,
I
Bailey's
get rid of
Crossroads.
the radio? Seriously.
This is a high priority message. Backup is needed
mean-
at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency,
Come on,
please
this can't
report
be
at
like
once.
that I have now listened to that. But I can't do anything. I can't change. Yeah, how to get rid of the radio.
Deactivate radio.
To anyone who can hear me,
There's
my
a
name is
Werner's
Werner. I
distress.
come from a settlement to the north.
How do you turn the radio off?
I mean, I know that.
Click on the name again.
What?
Click on the
I
name
tried that.
again.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, it's a good solution because it saves space, but
What's
it's a
that?
bad solution for explaining. It's a big ant.
Not just one big ant. I mean, there was a video from. I was in school, and there was a video.
Damn, you're bad.
I'm really
This is
bad.
Morrowind.
It's a bit like Cyberpunk. Even if you shoot their heads, it doesn't mean that you kill them immediately.
You mean it's probability based?
Yeah, like skill based shooting.
Yeah.
I had really big problems when I started this game. Like, how did the inventory work, and how could I use my weapon? Like, I played it on controller, and it was really incomprehensible. It was really strange. Also, shooting in this game with controller, it's
It's a weenie.
unbearable. A weenie, this one?
Important weenie.
It is a weenie indeed. So for the last days we talked a lot about weenies. What is a weenie? For those who don't know.
It's
Ooh.
a big phallic thing that leads you somewhere.
Where?
It's a lamp. Don't you have such? Don't you have some cool mode where you can aim?
I mean, with controller and stuff, it's totally fine. It's just mostly with keyboard and mouse. It's
I
fine.
mean, you had this mode, right? Where you have your super senses and
Yeah, that was so weird that I could like auto fight. that the game, like in an MMO, I just select my attack and my character would attack. So strange. I don't know if the old. Oh, nice little doggy. Oh,
could. Do you have another weapon?
I don't know if the game. Okay, the game stops when I'm in here. That's a relief. I got a baseball.
Or maybe it just waits.
Apparel. Maybe I need 8.
I hear it.
Or end meat.
Weapons.
I'm radioactively.
There was weapons.
Where were weapons? Where?
Down.
Oh, weapons. Okay, this gun.
The BB gun.
How much does it? Does it say?
Damn.
But it didn't say anything about ammunition, right?
I think this is just a air gun.
I'm probably running
Do you have any melee?
Yeah, baseball.
I would take a baseball.
So bad. And so our adventure ended here. Duh.
Okay, what's next?
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start here again. I was talking so much, it's really hard to concentrate in a game where you
Should I
don't know
take-
anything. As if you would know the game better than I do. Okay, so this again.
Fuck.
Prepare. Okay, let's check out the distress call again. I mean, you could have gotten the game as well. Wait, I got apparel, so
might
maybe.
have, I don't know.
So I think my uniform is not that bad.
I have it on CD.
Ah, yeah, you got the real one. But you talked about it at the beginning. Sorry, I was so concentrating on all the stuff that happened. Why didn't you continue playing?
Guess. What did I say?
Yeah, the world. I don't know. Why don't you repeat it? So, okay.
Yeah, it's the world. I'm
Cool.
not interested in this world.
Ah, so they gave me the distress call later. Okay, awesome. Yep. Okay, aiding the outcasts. I'm not used to adventure games or RPG games that don't tell me if my level is good for that. So maybe it's like a later quest. I don't know. So let's go there again.
I think it
Okay,
is-
but we can save. So
Can you just F5?
I don't know. Somewhere about the controls. I mean,
Action map.
yeah, it's action mapping. So save.
F5, F9. Those are industry standard.
I don't know. So F5, F9. Okay, can we remember them?
This is a high priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency,
I
please
think they were in
report
the
at once.
south. I don't know why I wanted to play it. I think I wanted to have another open world
Hey, that's
game.
a
This is
Bridge.
Defender Morrill. Any outcasts
Sure.
listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's
I
Crossing.
mean, I understand it.
This is
I
a
want
high priority
to be
message.
powerful
Backup is
too
needed at
and
our
Not
location.
powerful.
get this
Any personnel
progress
listening on this
in
frequency,
these
please
open
report
worlds.
at once.
It's
Yeah,
always
maybe
fun.
the progress thing, yeah. Going your own path. Unlike the path in Duolingo.
This is Defender
Choosing
Morrill.
what you want
Any
to do.
outcasts listening on this
Someday
frequency,
I will
report
make
to
a
Sector 7B,
FPS.
Bailey's Crossing.
Will
Yeah,
shoot.
you-
Well,
This is a
oh,
high
there's the dog
priority
again.
message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
Okay, oh shit.
You showed them.
Wishes dog. Hmm. Yeah.
This is Defender Morrill. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's
Yeah,
Crossing.
thank you.
This is a high priority message. Backup is
Backup is needed. Then I arrive there and I have no bullets. I'm
That's
half
why
dead.
you take the baseball.
I'm half dead.
Don't you have like a main quest? Or does this come later?
Not really. I mean, I it was very confusing. I give you that. At the like, this is the all the vaults are open. My vault where I lived. Okay, there's another dog.
What's the center?
Oh. Did
Just
you?
press A.
I just heard a dog. Where's the dog? Wah, wah. Fuck!
You don't have enough weapons.
Come on, this game sucks
a
already.
priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
Another quest. You have so many of them.
That's my problem. Like, the story is all the boats are open. Mine was not, because there was like a dictator-like guy. Okay, like when I was younger, he was just the dad of my friend, and he was kind of okay. But then everybody who wants out, like, he suppresses. Okay, and you only realize that when you get older. And then he took his daughter hostage. I saved her because they wanted to capture me for some reason. I don't know. I think I get to, maybe I get to know that in course of the game. So I ran away. Now I'm out because also it closed behind me. I have no idea what I have to do. Like,
Just choose a quest. Not of
I
this world.
did chose. I ate in the outcast. I
Yeah,
thought
but obviously it's in a too hard area where
yeah,
too
because
many
I
dogs-
run in every
I
dog.
mean,
Investigate the nearby town of Megaton for information about Dad. Right, my father got out. I don't know why. He didn't tell me. Right, that was another quest. So
World map. See, it's really...
wow. So let's save.
And... I mean, I saw that you're pretty good in science. Can't you kill these dogs
With science, with my brain. Just talking them down. I have no idea what else. I mean, what weapons do I have? I mean, you saw it. It wasn't much.
Yeah, you have this stupid BB gun that doesn't do any damage.
I have a baseball glove, but I can't wear it. So it's really weapons.
Bad.
But you're right. Maybe I should.
What
use
does the
that.
bullet Baton does? It does really less damage.
Yeah, less damage. So let's really use that.
Don't press escape.
Oh
Don't
man,
press escape.
it's like
Don't press escape.
it's an automation. It would happen to you as well, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Why do I even sit with you here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, we wanted to stream that. Going to Megaton is a good idea, says Quackman.
Oh, thanks for your help. So I'm on the right way.
I'm also helping.
No, not really. I can sneak. Caution. Caution
Danger,
is advised.
danger.
Danger. Go back. Oh no, the dog's
There's
there.
the danger.
Come on, head off.
Don't forget your training.
Which training? I only got...
The tutorial.
Yeah. I'm near dead
Fine.
again.
He's
Fuck.
crippled. He's dead. He's dead.
No, he isn't. Oh, and I'm dead too, and I don't have any health. What are they thinking? Seriously, this game. What? So my heart is pumping. I don't have stuff to eat. Apparel, aid, dog meat.
Effects: rats +2,
Health
HP
+5. Amazing. Great. But only for 2 seconds, right? So I'm not forever. Coffee pot, clipboard. But I guess it would be an 8 if there would be anything helpful here, right?
I wonder. I remember when I first saw the first promo videos from Stalker,
Yeah, it reminds me of
Which-
Stalker as well.
which was more interesting to me from the world because it was realistic in the sense of it was built based on this
So that's me. Hello.
area. Okay.
Come on, go back. Go back.
And I actually tried it much later only. Tried to play it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got out of the first level, I wasn't into it anymore because somehow I expected a continuous big
Open world. Yeah, right.
and it was these little areas, which is totally fine, but I just didn't want that.
Yeah, I also feel the areas were pretty weird. Like you were in a field, then it was loading a new level, and then you were like in an old factory or something.
Yeah.
It was not incohesive, consistent.
Also, I forget if that special aiming mode helps a lot, but you can target specific body parts with that. Maybe that can maximize headshot damage.
Well, is that an enemy? Is that an enemy? No.
No, it's a door that opens.
Wait, I want to save.
Yeah, do the special aim mode.
Come on, that doesn't look like a friend. What is it? He's a friend. Hello.
Have yourself a nice
Holds to
visit,
the weapon
partner.
with H maybe.
H like holds.
Welcome
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Megaton. Enjoy your stay.
Wait, let me check the controls again. The controls in this game are really weird. Like I said, I started with controls because I wanted to play it at on the sofa, and that was really not working. It was terrible. And here, even here, not everything works. I feel like okay, it has reload, ready,
No.
reload, sneak. What?
Maybe.
No, it's reload. Sneak, run, always run. Caps. Change view. Wait,
You can wait.
grab.
Okay, try R.
Yay.
Please,
Oh, you give an end with nothing in it.
partner. Try Moriarty's coldest drinks in the capital.
So I hope I get some stuff to heal myself. Can I go?
You
Where?
are in Megaton.
I'll be another newcomer.
Super different.
Name's Lucas Sims, town sheriff,
I
and mayor
love
too.
Oblivion.
When the
Yeah.
heat rises. I don't know why, but I like you, girl.
I'm
Something
just
tells
like,
me
I'm so-
you're all right.
Oh god,
So
I'm here.
welcome to Megaton. Just holler if you need something.
Health. Nice hat, Calamity Jane. Nice done, got here, Sheriff. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Friendly and well-mannered. I think we're gonna get along just fine. You treat my people nice, and you're welcome to stay as...
The eyes.
His eyes? Yeah, like the head looks really... It's really super high. Right, message received. You don't scare me.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, is there something I can help you with?
Health? I'm looking for my father,
Middle-aged guy.
Like
just
this,
like you.
like this height.
Do you want to be my daddy?
Oh god.
Nope. Sorry. I got enough fires to put out in this place that I don't have time to keep tabs on every visitor. I'd ask around town.
Right, it's also very Western-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also not super my stuff. I don't know, because in movies I kind of liked it, like Western settings. But that's also why I didn't play Desperados, because the Western stuff, it's...
I kind of liked it in Outer Worlds, but it didn't
Yeah.
look like this. It was more like a happy, fun alien world.
Yeah.
What about
Let's
it?
discuss this bomb. Don't you think someone should disarm the thing? Which bomb? Is it here? In this... I dislike it when...
Well, Megaton, who built a town around a bomb.
Yeah, totally. Is it here? Yeah.
It's not like the place was put up overnight. Megaton's been here for decades, been growing and growing ever
We
since.
love the bomb.
Started out as a small settlement of people trying to get into Vault 101.
That's the
When they
one
were
I can-
denied, they stuck around here. Some of them started worshiping the thing like a god. Now we've got a whole
okay.
goddamn church. They're nuts, no doubt, but mostly harmless. By now, most people don't give a shit. They figure if it ain't gone off by now, it never will.
Okay. I can see about disarming that bomb for you. I'm a sciencer. Whatever, I don't plan on sticking around very long anyway. If that bomb ever explodes, it would be doing the world a favor. Okay, let's do the science.
Oh,
Geek.
all right. Fine. But listen here. Just take a look at it first. Go
They
easy.
probably don't even
If
like
you get the job
evacuate
done,
everybody.
there'll be 100 caps in it for you.
100 caps!
Oh yeah, right, that was the game where you would... Bottle caps. Wasn't there like a fan sending them like a box of bottle caps or something?
Probably.
Yeah, there was like... And it was like a meme that
Yeah,
really...
I don't know.
Demolition expertise doesn't come cheap. I want 500 caps.
Do it.
Yeah, wait. I don't need a reward. I couldn't sleep at night knowing you all died. 100 caps? Alright. Okay, let's do this.
Not an option, I'm afraid. We aren't exactly rolling in
Why
cash
did you
down
choose
here.
that? It's so stupid.
No, it isn't. Because also it said the percentage.
Sure.
It's from 100.
Ah,
Right?
Yeah,
Because I didn't
like all
understand
percentage
the
is
system
from-
really. I never played Oblivion, so it's a bit strange.
No, it's not like Oblivion. Oblivion had
It had
Yeah,
this
this
circle
stupid wheel.
interface. Yeah, right. The what's the name? Pie chart. Yeah.
No, it's not a pie chart.
Okay. I don't need a rod. Couldn't sleep. 100 caps. Alright.
Great. Go ahead and see what you can do. Just be
They let
careful.
everybody go in there and just figure around with this thing. Now that I'm helping you, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for my dad. Okay, we already got that. I could use some direction around town.
Sure thing, partner.
Yeah, where's the
Our
closest
clinic is down in the crater, by the bomb. Doc Church
Church.
is a little rough around the edges, but the man's got talent and compassion.
Like I'm completely blood smeared. My heart is pumping. I totally like
Yeah, but he needs people like that all day.
Yeah, probably.
Can you scroll down?
Yeah, I can. Is there a bar in town? I need some equipment. Western is okay. So we all find that.
Sure.
I'm not sure I can disarm the bomb already. I have to go now.
Don't blow.
Yeah, this fighting system. I mean, I'm not going to use it now, but that was weird anyway. Like where you can hit people most. I just read Crabman's comment again. Okay, let's not go there.
Yes? You're looking to trade, stranger? Check out if you need to buy something. Moira up in the crater
Oh,
side.
is that a cow? Oh my god. Ugh.
It's 2 cows in one.
Wow. That's so cool. That's really cool. Hello? Not talking?
Whatever you want, I don't have it. We've
Your
got
cow.
nothing to say to each other.
I want your cow. Okay, let's find this clinic. What did he say around the... Where did you see the bomb? Is it that thing here or...
I would look at the map.
Yeah, great. Clinic. Megaton clinic. Okay, to the right.
See, it's near the home.
But that really annoys me in games when they talk about stuff that I haven't seen,
Yeah,
but only
sure.
because the game devs know that they built this all around the
It's-
bomb.
It's hard. You
So
know,
Doc
making
Church.
games is hard.
I'm Doc Church, and I run this clinic. Now, before you go asking me for help, you'd better know the rules. Rule 1,
Don't
if you do
me.
bother me, you better be damn near dead. I'm busy enough taking care. Follow my rule, I'll keep...
I'm hurt, I need help.
I'm surprised you made it in here.
What?
I can fix you up, but it'll run you 100...
Wow, great. Great game, thank you.
You kidding me?
You defuse an ancient bomb for 100 caps, and you need healing for 100 caps.
Sure can.
Hey, they can't be serious.
That's the way you
how,
want
how
it.
do they expect people to survive this game? Seriously.
Yeah?
Well, in an RPG like that, you collect stuff, you sell the stuff,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then you get new stuff.
Can I sell him that? How many? All. Hey, do I get money? It's
Just
just...
to accept.
Yeah, 5 caps for that. Okay, baseball glove, I don't need it, I guess. 7 caps. Coffee pot, not
I
my
think-
coffee pot.
I'm sure you can also just sleep to heal yourself
But where? How?
in the world.
In the world. It's handsome what you do. I need something like that. Okay.
I mean, that's how it works in the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, sure.
You either camp outside or go to a bear.
I mean, I can really get rid of my shit. Maybe I shouldn't do it at the doctor. Okay.
You done? Good.
Okay, maybe I should ask for my father. Maybe he knows.
Girl, are you...
Girl.
It's a bit a problem I have with RPGs. Like, it's the same thing you do when you play pen and paper. You don't have a dialogue for every character, so you do this "don't bother me" thing. But as a new player, you need some direction, and if that's all you hear, it's kind of annoying. That's the bomb.
Not that big.
Okay, what can I do?
Give your bodies to Adam.
Activate undetonated.
Yourself to his power.
Please save before you do that.
Okay, let's do the big save.
That heart rate.
Yeah, that heart rating, I need to hear myself.
Divided.
Now activate it.
No, wait, I really need to get rid of this heart rate shit. I wanted to buy a medkit, okay, because it wasn't that expensive. So.
Oh no, you're bothering him again.
For Christ's sake, you don't...
So, can I buy medical
Not quite
supplies? Medex, Redex.
No, Medex.
Yeah, I know.
Medex!
So
But
maybe
you don't
also...
have enough money for Medex. You have to sell more stuff.
Had 29. I know he got...
Okay.
Fuck. No, he got 52. I got 21. So you're right. Or did they cut it off?
No.
No, they don't.
That's a stupid system.
Okay, let's sell everything I don't need.
What's the police? Okay. I mean, I'm sure it will break, right? Weapons break.
Okay, Vault Lab uniform. Oh no, not my Vault Lab uniform. Wonder glue. I guess it's all trash, but... So, except, can I get the medkit? No, thank you.
You done? Good. Yeah.
Okay, so I free you from this tone now, you and me. What? Hä?
What does the Medex do, actually?
Did I bought the wrong one or what? Hä?
I didn't have a look at what does it do, actually. Can you load?
Yeah, I have to. Because it was too much money. It's like... Hä?
You did the big save.
Oh yeah, the big save. For the big bomb.
0, 0. Or just auto.
I think this one.
There shall be no tears.
Can you...
No
what happens if you press T? Okay, you can just wait here. But outside maybe you can rest.
Isn't that the same? I sure.
No, in Oblivion and all the other Elder Scrolls, that you can't rest in a city, but outside you can. And you can only wait, which doesn't heal you.
Okay, great.
Very logical. But I guess it's different here.
I'm not sure, let's try it out. Because I don't want to hear to lose my valuable lab coat. Maybe I sleep here with all the ants.
Welcome.
And the guy that killed the ants. So T.
I mean, you could try waiting for like 2 hours and see if it helps with you.
Having fun playing computer games. Yay, it's so much fun. Okay.
Son,
No,
it doesn't.
now all round.
Scheiße.
Damn, they're really hardcore. No, I think it's damage resistance.
What is it? Damage resistance? The medicine.
You can just try to defuse the bomb now. Or activate it.
Yeah, let's activate it. Okay, let's activate it. You lack the explosive skill needed to interact with the bong.
Damn.
Explosives 25 hours.
Could have just used your skill points for that.
Yeah, but I didn't know that the first thing I had to do is activate an atomic bomb.
You are bothering him again.
Yeah, and it doesn't help. Yeah, I wanted to buy stuff. I mean,
Maybe
yeah.
you can eat more of the dog food and stuff.
I think I don't have it because I just
Or at
fought.
least buy stuff at the bar. I think food will heal
You're sounding desperate.
you. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I'm having so much
Be
fun.
more careful.
Me too. Okay, Leo Stahl. Hello, Leo Stahl.
Well, goddamn. You're new, right? Name's Leo Stahl. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
I'm looking for my father.
Your father?
Doesn't ring a bell. But father, the name father doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know any person with
Sure.
you as a daughter.
Okay, beer, crispy squirrel bits.
HP plus 6. 5.
Oh, 10.
What's the strongest?
Nuka-Cola, 29.
29, of course.
Okay, wait, I have to sell the stuff.
It's already enough.
Yeah, but my lab coat. Okay. So,
Now buy stuff.
yeah, I can buy stuff. Oh, iguana on the stick. Oh no. Where was it? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. There. Nuka-Cola. Okay, anything else? Oh,
Yeah, well, that sounds good.
stim pack. Oh, I still have stuff. How many? All of them. Click, click. How many can I? Oh, just. Yum yum deviled eggs. Weird shit. Okay, let's accept.
But why
Come back
call
anytime.
a damage-resistant thing MedX?
I don't know. It was strange. What was it? Hmm? What was it?
What was
Talk
it?
to you later, buddy.
What you meant? The med eggs that it
Yeah,
didn't work.
the thing we bought from the doctor. Why doesn't he give you a med kit?
Yeah, that was strange. I don't know. Okay, let's eat this awesome food. Aid. Nuka-Cola. Awesome.
Oh, it's slower now.
Oh, I got a bottle cap.
Makes sense. Yeah,
it's-
you have like doubled your HP. Can you do the stim pack?
Can I sleep
Just
somewhere?
for-
Maybe I can. The stim pack. is
No,
for-
you don't have. If you want to sleep.
When we go
sleep.
back outside, I thought.
This is probably the most fun play session anybody ever saw. Where can I sleep?
Okay, so. What?
At least the hardest.
So it seems like I have an incredible amount of health.
No, you don't.
Hey there, stranger. Talk to Leo if you need something.
Let's save.
Shall know an end to pain, and shall know
So-
I don't want any trouble.
in his glory.
Megaton Saddler.
Are there any,
What?
women here?
Why are you being so friendly? Go
Drink with
away.
me and pray.
This is
Oh,
a
this is a
woman.
woman. Jenny Star.
Like
Now,
Jen
I
Stahl.
know I've never seen you in Megaton before. Well, let me guess. Just passing through, right? We get
How
people
about
trying to
a-
settle down here all the
about a
time.
light source
Anyway, if
before
you're
her
hungry, you
head?
came to the right place.
I don't
What can I
see
get you?
anything.
Mm-hmm. It's really dark. I'm looking for my father.
Oh man, you're looking for your dad?
That's
That is so sweet. Did he run out on you when you were a kid or something? Our parents died when we were kids. My brother Leo, he's the oldest. He raised my
Yeah,
brother
I
and
didn't
me.
ask for that.
It was hard on him, but we turned out okay. But God, you don't want to hear about that. I'm sorry.
Right.
But I haven't seen your dad. He didn't eat at the Brass Lantern. I'd remember if he did. Some people hate this place, but I guess that's their right. What the hell do they want out of life? Food? Shelter?
What's
I ain't heard much, truth be told. I don't really ever leave the lantern. Too much work.
Okay, I have to go.
Remember us if you need something.
give
Does she have on her plate?
Oh, you're new here? Well, let me tell you all my trauma.
I mean, I think they don't have any other topics here.
I
in
beg
this
of you
world.
to use me as your vessel.
And
Guide
new
me to
face
your
is probably
brilliance.
also welcome.
Divide each particle and give relief to this rotten flesh.
I love that
Cast
he's
the
standing in
fragile
radiation
form
water.
of this ephemeral body into... Who have we here? Could it be a new addition to our humble little community? Dear child, welcome. Welcome to Megaton.
He sounds so
I
oblivion.
am Confessor Cromwell, prophet of Atom and father of the undying glow. Please, child, come to the church anytime at all.
Yeah.
Many of the transient visitors
Father.
end up at one of Megaton's seedier establishments.
CD.
I suggest you speak to Colin Moriarty and continue your search there.
Alright. Tell me about the Church of Adam.
Yes, what would you like to know?
All of it.
The Church of the Children of Atom is based on the idea that each single atomic mass in all of creation contains within it an
Yeah, but
entire
we use that
universe.
knowledge.
When that atomic mass is
Worship it.
split, a single
But
universe
why?
divides
That doesn't
and
help
becomes
anybody.
two, thus signifying the single greatest
just
act of
wholesome.
Atom's creation. Occasionally, a divine event occurs, and trillions upon trillions of new universes are created. The last such
Yeah,
event took
Paul.
place here
Yeah,
200
Patou.
years ago, where most of the lost children of Atom see that event as
I
simple
actually
war
wanted to
and
thank
devastation.
Paul for the music.
We
It's really
see
nice.
creation
Thanks
and
to you.
unification
Thank
in
you.
Danke.
Atom's glow.
It's really good. I think it fits the scene really well. So Paul, for those who don't know, Paul made the music that you just heard in Patou. The background music.
Those who were called to Atom during the Great Division were very fortunate. They were permitted to aid in the process of Atom's creation. We seek the same, both in symbol and in fact. And the bomb, as you call it, represents Atom's capacity for creation. We kneel before it and ask that Atom call us to aid him. We pray that out of our meager bodies, he will create new life. Even knowing the truth, you continue to mock us. How very, very sad.
Okay.
As you wish.
Accept donations.
In my youth, I traveled quite a bit, but that was a different life. I assume that you are seeking information and advice, yes? The only advice that I can offer is this. You will find no wealth in the wasteland greater than that which you will find within yourself.
Ah.
Bask in Atom's glow, and you will understand.
I think I miss dwarves and elves and dark elves and...
Hmm?
I miss dwarves
Yeah,
and
sure,
elves
that's
and
the
dark
problem
elves. I like this.
All
This
humans
layer.
games.
Yeah. No, I don't want.
Megaton, Atom's sacred village. He has chosen this place for the site of his shrine, and we have been
I mean, it's the
called.
same story that you have in
Outsiders ask
Oblivion. Some people have
why did you
shrines
build a
and people
town
worshipping
around
it.
a
and-
bomb?
I mean, they
To them I say,
took the
a
Fallout
bomb
franchise
brings
and
the promise of
put
division
it on the
and the
Oblivion
gift of the glow.
engine and
Yeah.
stuff.
The bomb is us. The bomb is Atom. And thus,
It's a reskin.
we are Atom, awaiting the day in which each of us gives birth
like
to a
fan
trillion
fiction.
new lives.
Within,
Mod.
it's a fan fiction within the Elder Scrolls world.
News? My friend, I take effort not... Of
Yeah,
course.
earthly news
Now
distract.
that you mentioned it, I've noticed that Moira has hired a mercenary to protect her goods.
That's so
The
mean.
man never sleeps, so they say.
Walk in the glow.
Good to see you.
Okay, they don't talk much.
Behold, he is coming with the clouds. thunder of his voice.
So I kind of like these kind of cities. I don't know. Local cult. I'm looking for the local cult here. What is it? The Church of the Children of the Atom. So now I can. Let's hear more about that. Okay. What?
Speak to the confessor or the mother if you wish to know more.
The mother.
She?
The confessor is truly the chosen
Where was
of
she?
Adam.
Yeah.
Hello, sweet child. Hello, I don't believe we've met.
I can see
I'm
you.
Mother Maya, prophet of the atom and embracer of the universal light. Remember,
not light
sweet
in your
child,
face.
that as children of Adam, the fabric of the universe itself is ours to weave. So, welcome to Megaton, and peace be with you.
Okay, she doesn't really have to say anything.
For those answers, I shall direct. Adam's light.
I mean, it's really a bit like Planets of the Ape. Steelbook. Small rune book.
The confessor is truly the chosen of Adam.
Finally got the mail that my co-host account is now open.
Co-host is like your Twitter alternative, right?
Yeah. Not sure if I like it.
Okay, local map. So, where did they send us? Moriarty, right?
Yeah.
Moriarty Saloon. Is it up here, maybe?
Really, I'm
Very
just
hard.
more of a fan of typical fantasy buildings and settings. I see this
Although
and I think,
I-
okay, it looks interesting. It has a nice, like, composition.
Yeah.
Level design is good, but all these colors and this no future thing.
Enhanced restroom. What will I find
in the
here?
wrong one.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong one. It's true. They even have a bathtub.
Luxury. It's really not my thing.
Though I kind of have a fatigue in fantasy games
sure,
because they
sure.
all kind of tell the same stuff.
I mean, most of the fantasy games I tested were also totally not my thing. Like Dragon's Dogma was too much.
Yeah.
Or what did I try? Monster Hunter, I think.
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
It's... Yeah, people are always trying too hard. So you have a fantasy world, make it fantasy 1000%.
Yeah, but Monster Hunter, I mean, it's like this
Sure.
thing with the huge swords, and that's like always working with.
What's your favorite RPG? Mine. Well, I really love Gothic.
Yeah, I knew that you would say it. But that's cool.
And of course, the
Except Gothic.
then I'd have to say Ultima 7 or Ultima Underworld 2.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, Ultima 7
What do you
doesn't
mean?
have much RPG elements. It's more like an open world adventure game with RPG elements, light RPG elements. But I would still say that game.
I mean, I kind of like Witcher. I think maybe it's not the smartest of games. I mean, they're like, but somehow Ultima did was very smart, and The Witcher is very much on the nose with things. But I was a sucker for this game. Really, I played this through, like spending hours and hours on this game. And when I finished it, I immediately bought the first upgrade and then the second one after finishing that. But I never finished from what is it with wine? The one that plays in a France-like setting. I never finished the boss because he was so hard I couldn't finish him. And I never thought about bringing down the difficulty. I don't know why I didn't do that, so didn't finish it. But
Blood
it was
and wine.
it was Blood and Wine, yeah, right. Toussaint, yeah, right. That
Okay,
was good.
on my list of
secret
my
that the old
favorite
water
games
treatment plant
is
is on a
after
flash
Ultima
lake.
7 Gothic
And I'm the
Ultima
only one in
2
town
and
that can
Ultima
keep the
7
damn
Part
thing
2,
running.
The
I
Horizon
spend so much
series,
time up in the plant that I
and
can't take care of the
then
leaks that keep springing up in the pipes around
Vampire the
town.
Masquerade Bloodlines.
Now, I don't
if
expect
you
much from
want to
strangers,
count that as
but if
an
you've got the
RPG.
know-how, I
I
need
like
someone
that
to
one a
hunt
lot.
down and repair those leaks.
Well, Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk kind of was fun. I mean, still, I feel like people are giving it a second chance now that the series is out, like on Netflix. It really came back into the playing charts, buying charts, you know, sales. And I feel it deserves that because I also had a lot of fun, but maybe not RPG-wise. For me, it was really like a fun action adventure.
Yeah, sure. I actually hated the RPG aspect of
Yeah, true.
enemies being bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vampire might be due to a replay. I tried it, but there are so many options from what you have to install for fan patches, and
From the
I
pressure in the
wasn't really
plant,
sure what
my
to,
guess
what
is
to
that there are
choose. And
check along the
but
pipes
it
and the
lives
valves.
very fondly in my memories because
I could,
it is a great
but I
story,
can't hunt
the
for
great
it.
story,
The only
the
break
great
I get
world.
is when I shut the
What-
thing
what
off for
again?
the night.
Bloodlines.
And I can't
yeah,
look
yeah,
for leaks
totally.
when the water isn't running.
We also had played it here, right? Where I was surprised that the world isn't consistent, but that you have like missions. You come back to settings, but
Sure,
come on,
it's
not
like
an
it's like
open
Deus
world.
Ex. It's a progress.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, and after Cyberpunk
I
comes
hope you can
Divinity
help.
2
If folks knew how
and,
bad it was getting up here.
Morrowind. So these are my
Yeah,
top
Morrowind.
RPGs.
I think Morrowind is my top favorite. It's
Also not because of the RPG thing,
Elements.
but because of the world.
if you
and
played
the main
as
story.
a mage in Morrowind, it's so bad because you can't
Yeah.
normally, like, mana is very rare, and they expect you to get it somewhat else, and it's really hard to get, like sucking souls from your enemies and then get it from soul stones and this kind of stuff. It's so weird. So I cheated playing in like the second time I played, or third time I cheated playing a mage.
Yeah.
Um,
Best way to play it.
Best way to play it.
Okay.
But this game is so buggy, like cheating. It's, you want to see the world, you want to learn. The lore is just perfect. Like the story, the enemies, the whole world. I think Morrowind is really my favorite. Totally.
The pipes are leaking.
Okay, and further down the list, still with 8 of 10, so it's not really bad. Planescape Torment.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought we played that maybe on stream because I got back, heard the music.
Yeah,
Listen
but
to the
I
soundtrack.
think games with a lot of talk and reading are really bad for streaming.
Yeah, you're right.
Planescape Torment, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I don't really know if it was that fun, but yeah.
Well, people have been saying that the
Arcanum.
water purifier's about to go.
then
Honestly,
it gets
I'll tell you
thin.
what I tell them. I've been keeping that
Not
wreck
much
going for
RPGs.
35 years. And, well,
I only played Morrowind a few years ago, so I never really got far into it, says Crabman.
All right. I think you have to bite through at the beginning, and you have to know that it's worth it. And I mean,
And you have to read the books in the game.
And I feel like you realize, if you're interested in this kind of lore, you realize quite quickly that it's worth it, because there are so many interesting stories. But also when you come from a modern, what modern games are, a lot of stuff feels like a drag, or
It's really stupid.
like,
the whole
like, is it really meant like that? And yeah, it's meant like that. You have to do
the
that.
combat system is awful if you don't.
Especially
play
at the
directly as
beginning. Like when you're leveled properly,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of fun, but at the beginning it's like me now. Like, I'm really weak, I'm nearly dying. The game doesn't offer me any help to regain that, and yeah, you have to go to sleep like twice a day. Or like, you know, the day is gone then.
Yeah,
And
if you accept
it.
in a moment, at some point, okay, I just have to wait to rest. Because at the beginning I always was, oh no, I don't want to rest all the time because
Yeah,
I'm
right.
in this world for like 10 days and I did nothing.
I did nothing but slept all the time. So like a
But
new
there's no
baby.
time pressure for any quest.
Yeah, and that you have to really get in your head, or
Yeah.
accept. That's the right word.
Yeah.
So it does some weird things, but when you learn them, it kind of. I really feel like Morrowind is doing a lot of cool stuff.
Okay, he's waiting.
Get a weapon.
Well, hot damn. Someone new. Always a pleasure.
Pyro.
Name's Billy Creel. You call me Billy, all right?
Gothic
I know
and Vampire
Megaton
went
looks
up
more
there
like a
for me too, but
boneyard than a
nothing will
town,
ever top
but it ain't
Mass
all
Effect
bad.
for me.
Take
I
me
never
and
played
Maggie,
Mass
for
Effect, I
instance.
must
We
confess.
make do just
Yeah,
fine.
I just
trade
played
the
the
stuff
first
I
one.
scavenge,
I played Dragon
and she
Age,
helps keep me on the
and
straight and
yeah,
narrow.
I find the system okay.
Oh,
Good writing.
sorry. I guess I got ahead of myself, huh? Maggie's 9, sweetest little girl you'd ever care to meet. We take care of each other. I ain't never had a daughter, but if I did, I'd want her
But
to be
I also
Maggie.
like Mass Effect. But
I
I
took
think
her in when
the
her parents
depth,
got killed
like
by
the
raiders.
science fiction
That
world
was
building,
2
like
years
at
ago.
least in the first
It was a
part,
pretty
wasn't
bad
that
scene. Small settlement
that
up
deep
north.
like I wished it
I'd
were.
stopped in to trade some salvage,
didn't play it
and the
through,
whole
right?
place
Yeah, I
had been
didn't.
wiped out.
I got far.
I
but
found
not
Maggie
so-
hiding under a bed in the same room where her parents had been butchered. We've been together ever since.
But still, like, I mean, you know, when you play, for example, Morrowind and games like Mass Effect, you feel like how deep they go with. I feel Mass Effect is very much on the nose. You learn a lot, but they don't hide a lot of that. Like also the Paragon system, like you are either Jesus or you are Hitler. Like it's not there. It's not super grey with what they are sometimes. And I feel like in Morrowind they are smarter about stuff. Like when you go into the world, you feel like there's a lot of depth in there. I mean, I don't want to say Mass Effect doesn't have depth or grey characters, but it didn't feel as deep as it could have been.
I can't say anything about it. I never really tried it, and I won't shit on it, but I also won't say I have to play it someday, because I'm really not motivated. I don't know why. I know a lot of people really love it, and I can absolutely see that when I see the game's videos and screenshots, but
yeah,
I just don't want to play it.
I think also this mission-based system is a bit weird, you know, that you with your little ship, you go to the planets, but these planets are not super big, and what is happening? But the planets are not super, but I'm talking still about one, right? So I think in later games that changes. I tried to go to this bar, but I for some reason I can't reach it.
They really made a too complicated town right at the beginning of the
yeah,
game.
that's a problem with this. I mean, I kind of love these kind of
Maybe you can
settings.
wait a bit, so you like
But how
have
should that-
daylight instead
and-
of night.
That wouldn't change. That I can't get going with this.
Yeah, really.
Ah!
Can't you just go right, on the right, now left?
No, left.
No, not there left.
Not that left, the other left. This
yeah,
left?
right, on this left.
Yeah, but I was here.
Follow the...
Supplies clinic. But here are the toilets, so maybe here.
No, over there.
But I guess that's female restroom and the stall. Ah, there's Moriarty. Yeah, I thought, okay, that's the female
I
restroom.
played an RPG.
Making a move?
Come on, you piece of junk. Every day it's the same damn thing.
But Crabman said,
told you,
what?
God, it ain't
I
the
guess
same.
about
Yeah,
depth.
Looking for
Goddamn idiot.
About what? Depth in Mass Effect, I guess? I don't know.
Damn it.
You just
Got
leave that
something on
fucking
your
thing alone,
mind?
Gob.
Work. Yeah, what the hell do you want? Work.
Just give it up, Gob. You're not going to get anything.
I also never played Dragon
Even.
Age 2 and 3.
What's this?
Miss West.
What's up, Jericho?
Like
Not
the
so
Barbie
close.
sisters.
Keep walking.
Megaton Saddler 1 and Megaton Saddler 2.
A traveler, eh?
Hello, Lucy West, and the other person that totally doesn't look like Lucy
and
West.
Lucy East.
I don't recognize you. New in town or
Oh no, we
something?
lost Crabman. He
No!
unfollowed us and blocked us.
I hope by something to do you mean a job.
You
Otherwise,
get a
want to talk
job
with
in a
Nova.
post-apocalypse.
I'm looking for someone to make a
Dark
delivery.
post-apocalypse.
Interested?
Really, couldn't they add some lighting?
Great. I'd
But
like
what
you
I
to
love
deliver
is the
this message
eyes.
to my
You
family
notice
in the
this
Arafu
effect?
settlement.
Really?
I haven't
Like
heard
this
from
little
them
light
in
effect.
I'm worried.
Yeah, it's
As
creepy,
soon as you
but
get
I
there,
kind of like
talk
it.
to Davis West. He'll be glad to pay you for the trip.
Can you maybe increase the brightness in the options?
Yeah, wait. Okay, I have to go now.
Hello.
Okay, let's do this. I mean, I'm not sure how long we play. We already talked so much about other stuff.
Sure.
Display, brightness.
No idea if it changes.
Maybe not. Wait. Okay, now I see my wonderful desktop. Come on, not for the last.
Yeah.
I just want to introduce the game and that we're playing it.
My. Just when I'd all but given up hope.
Did he get his suit?
My dear girl, I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. I am Mr. Burke.
Not at all
And you?
shady.
Well, you are not a resident of this
I
putrescent
did kind of
cesspool.
enjoy Dragon Age 2. It's weird, but
makes
kind
you
of
rather
interesting.
valuable.
Yeah.
But neither are really my favorite, especially coming into it after Mass Effect. Not really at all the same.
This sounds like we should really make
A Mass Effect episode.
No, not a Mass Effect, but like about RPGs and
Yeah.
what made them
But
special.
they're
ever
always
since our
like
time.
very. You have to invest a lot of time before you
Sure.
get to the cool bits. Like I played Baldur's Gate for hours and I never got into Baldur's Gate, the city of the game, right? And
Please continue. I find myself enthralled. What?
okay, you've got a point. Make it.
As you wish. I'm looking to employ an individual with no ties to Megaton, no interest in its future. Megaton is obsolete, the last vestige of a cobbled, desperate past. It needs to go away, and you are going to see that it does.
I think this guy spoke in Oblivion the city guards. Because there's a whole YouTube file with all the city guard, all the city guard stuff that he says. Like, do you think I am impressed? I used this in my soundtrack feature, in my soundtrack show for Korax, and he's just really the sound.
Okay.
I listen to that so often, and the sound, this voice sounds just like him.
No. I'm merely a recruiter. You get to have the real fun. The undetonated atomic bomb for which
And now for the
this
worst
town is
RPGs I
named is
played.
still very much
That's what I
alive.
meant. Let's do
it
an
needs is a
episode about just RPG talk.
Motivation.
Like ranking our RPGs,
I have in
talking
my
about
possession
them.
a fusion pulse charge.
I have
Once
given
rigged
1
to the
of 10
bomb, it will
points
be
to
detonated
Diablo,
by you at a secure
although it
location.
was a game of its time.
Money, my friend.
But yeah. Ultima 9, 2 of 10 points.
Sims is an idiot. He prides himself on his position as mayor and
Evil
sheriff of
Evil
this
Islands was
scrapyard.
so
Evil Islands? What's that?
That was such a strange progress. It had a very crazy crafting system.
I advise you
And
against that particular course of action.
Really
If you
good
interfere with my
sneaking
employer's
somehow,
wishes, you
but
will find
it didn't come together for me. I mean, any game with witches has just too many enemies throwing at you all the time. I don't know. It's always
Sorry,
bad design.
but you're talking like against this dialogue, and here I am. I have to decide on destroying the city and helping this guy or trying to defuse a bomb. I really need to concentrate.
Okay, do your decision.
Like, throw in extra 500 caps and you've got yourself a deal. Megaton is under my protection. You're going to leave now. And I think he's attacking me when I say that. All right, Mr. Burke, I do it. Megaton will burn. You're out of your mind, Burke. There's no way I'm helping you. And then I just want to leave and decide another time, maybe?
Can I talk again later to you?
Yeah, that's not happening.
now that is a disappointment.
That's the same.
Well, if you change your
Okay, it still stands. I'm happy. So now you can continue. But seriously, let's do an episode of.
Sit down in the chair. Sit down in the chair.
I can do that. Wow.
What awesome! You're sitting in the chair.
Hello,
That's the
Mr.
RPG
Buck.
experience
I
I'm
want
talking
to.
about. To wave to.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No one wants
Batman
anything
says,
to do.
"Oh, and Arcanum is a game I love so deeply, but have never managed
I
to play further than getting to the first town."
Oh, what is it?
I can totally understand it. Arcanum.
Which one?
Arcanum.
Mm.
I played it through. I just
Hey, Jericho.
I don't really know how I did this because it was so.
Welcome to Moriarty's saloon.
I found it unplayable sometimes.
Okay, interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, totally.
But it was worth it. That it had some cool
Something, or you're
moments.
just looking to get your ass
Seen a
beat.
ghoul before?
And I really liked the story, but overall it was very. It was too much of an RPG sometimes.
I'm saving this now, coming back to our camera screen, because...
We are talking too much.
Yeah, no, you're not talking too much, because I find it very interesting, and I think I would either go out and just walk around to show you the world, but I already did this, and
Did
I
he
think
just
I'm...
vanished through the door?
Yeah, he just vanished through the door. So it, you know, that this doesn't work right now, and I would continue playing the game, and I'm interested in stuff, but it doesn't work in this.
I'm sorry. I know you wanted to play this game, so
Yeah, it's a bit strange if I would have done this to your stream. So
you did?
No, I didn't. Never would.
I mean, you can play it again if you want.
But again, I think this discussion is quite interesting. So maybe we can do, or maybe we should do a stream together. Like we prepare our cards and arguments, and then we meet up together and do like our.
I don't want to fight with taste.
No, it's not taste. It's like argumentation and why you like this game better and why you would recommend it, and maybe also what you dislike about it, or what, like in the case of Morrowind, what makes it so hard to get back into it.
Sure.
It's kind of interesting. I would do it. I don't know. What do you say? Crabman and maybe Hackenstein. He's not here, but like a 4-person stream about RPGs. You can.
Sure,
you don't have to. You don't have to write it now. Maybe not this week, but like in 1 or 2 weeks, we could do this. Yes, Steven.
Yes.
I mean, we could also do some that people also write their top 5s and little arguments, and we read them when it's time.
Or we can also make videos that we can play.
And little videos. Yeah, come on, let's do that. That's amazing. Let's do this. If Crabman doesn't want, we do it. As a revenge, I took your topic and grabbed it. Yeah, you were like, that was my topic, and you came along with RPG, discussing what's your favorite RPG.
We just played an RPG.
Yeah, it was more like a talking game and a walking simulator.
You didn't go outside and fight people.
It was an asshole dog and asshole people simulator. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder, now that I saw you playing it, if I want to play it more or actually less. I'm not really sure, because somehow I also like the Elder Scrolls system and the pro version, and you always get something to do, and somehow you always progress, and it's cool. But
I mean, there's always a cool quest and then a shitty dumb quest.
Seeing you already struggling with a single dog is not my favorite.
Yeah, that was hard. Just this little dog that with his head nearly off, but still fighting me, killing me. Crabman says, we are a bit in a stressful phase right now, but I wouldn't mind chatting RPGs.
I mean, we don't have to do it right away, right?
No, we don't. We can plan this ahead. I think we should think about the games we are discussing. Maybe it's not a hard discussion, like, okay, nobody played Morrowind from you, so it's just a short monologue.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't have to be super deep.
I mean,
it's always just, here, this game I played and this is why I liked it.
Yeah, more like this. More like this.
Maybe just have a goal. What do we want to have at the end of this episode?
Do we have to have something?
A manifesto, the perfect RPG.
Yeah, maybe finding out what a good RPG, what this means. I mean, even the word RPG elements is quite I mean, these days everybody is putting on RPG elements on their package, but not really meaning it. I mean, back in the days, it meant something completely different than today. Like coming from pen and paper, role playing meant something, and these days it's like you're clicking plus and minus on some character traits. So, as Steven says, my favorite RPG is Dark Souls because I don't have to read a lot of dialogue. Okay. This is interesting because, I mean, I never got quite far into Dark Souls, and for me it was never an RPG. It's so strange. But I know that it is because I started it like the last time we played it, even on screen. We started it many times, and you can see a difference in what the characters do when you choose different character jobs. I don't know.
But that's a good point, actually, because when you ask a lot of people why they like RPGs, it's mostly because they have story and they like it.
Yeah.
But RPG doesn't really say it has to have story. A lot of RPGs are actually just boring dungeon crawlers and have no story at all, just monster mashing until you die or not.
But that gets boring over time.
Yeah,
but I think it's still needed for a good RPG to work, because what are you doing?
I mean,
else?
It's like how is it called with the diamonds and jewels?
Candy Crush?
Yeah, the Candy Crush. You have just numbers that go up.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, another game I love but can't get far. I wish I had the patience for it.
Yeah, and it's
interesting. More like,
It's interesting because I never perceived Dark Souls as an RPG, because also at the beginning it's quite linear. I mean, the first fire you meet, I mean, it already splits open into different paths, but for me it was always this linear, very linear, well crafted action game where you play a knight, and it's
more a puzzle.
Like, it was mind blowing when I saw people play it like a mage, like never fighting, like really from far away, like killing enemies like this, and I was like, what? That's how you play Dark Souls? It's still a strange game.
I'm currently playing an actual RPG, Shadowrun.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
Is it an RPG? Would you call it an RPG? It is, right?
It does have absolutely a lot of RPG elements, so just the fighting system is not my favorite, and so it isn't high on my list.
Yeah.
But the stories are good. Not mind-blowing, but good.
Yeah, Steven says, I just played through Divinity Original Sins, and I found most of the dialogue was very long and uninteresting. Is it a two-player game that we also started?
Yeah, we started it, but we never got far.
And the dialogue was also strange. I remember, I think only one person could talk, and the others just stood there and couldn't interact, and it was weird. I don't know. We didn't get very far because we argued too much.
I really only played Divinity, Divine Divinity, and Divinity 2 Ego Draconis.
Yeah.
And those had so much jank, it was fun. The jank was the fun. It also
big houses.
The two big houses. In the first part, the really strange perspective, and it was mostly a Diablo clone with more story.
Yeah.
But it had a lot of cool details also.
Yeah,
but too much hack and slay.
It looked always interesting seeing you play it. Okay, I would postpone this topic because it's really endless. It's endless. Let's fit this into its own, because if you would want to discuss it, you should do it properly, I feel.
Yeah, you started with Fallout.
Yeah, not really. I didn't really start Fallout. It was just like I got killed by dogs too much, and then I ended up in a city with lots of people who don't want to be bothered. So that's my story. But I would continue playing it.
I mean, we could have a look at the first Fallout. What's the difference?
What's the difference? Yeah. I don't want to launch it. I hate with the Epic Store that sometimes I just want to click on a game, not quick launch it, but really
look at the store page.
Probably
right click.
Check out stuff. No, not here. It's really quick launch. It's really just for launching it. I guess you have to do it here, but yeah. But I still like that they gave it out for free.
Do we want to show it?
Oh yeah, sorry. I think this is the stuff that I kind of like, that I was.
The
was
retro
looking for.
futurism I like.
Yeah, totally.
But the colors I don't like.
It is something different because for the last time lately, I only played super colorful games. Like, which games did I play?
I don't need super colorful, but I need like more than one color. Sometimes, at least, not always.
But it's really a nice exchange from what I played lately. The two games I played, I also talked about them for Deutschlandfunk, were Staglands.
No, that's not. This is another topic.
Super addicting and crazy. Yeah, we should have played Staglands. The Case of the Golden Idol. It is a game. It's a bit like it is a game. It always works as an introduction. Why are you laughing? It's a bit like Opera Din, but not as explorative. You can't walk through scenes. You just have these scenes, like these strange scenes. There's always a person.
Can you click on the
dying, and you have to find. You get a text. Wait, maybe you have to go to the thinking mode, and maybe it's you get those sentences, and of course the sentences are not like the names are not in, and with how they are killed is not filled in, and sometimes there are other words that are not filled in. So you have to find out who are these people, and sometimes there are extra quests, like there's more quests here on this side, and you have to understand the scenes, read a lot, get a lot of details, check them out, and then I could have showed you the game as well, but doesn't matter. The music is amazing. Like in this scene, the music is amazing, and it's really, really fun. It's really amazing finding out who is killing what. But it's like a loose story. It's not like Opera Din, where you got like this whole ship crew. It's like really the Golden Idol appears. It's the name of the game. A Golden Idol. You know, someone probably stole from a tribe somewhere. This one is appearing in every scene, but except that it's not really a cohesive story. Kind of, because it follows the story of a person, kind of, but it's very fun, and the style is strange, and I loved it. You recommended it to me, and I
saw it somewhere and just saw, okay, it looks crazy cool, and it was said that it's like Opera Din.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Told you about it so you can
cool.
talk about it in your...
And another game that I really recommend to you, if you're interested in movies, and maybe, Hannes, this game is for you. I thought of you because you talk a lot about movies and stuff. It's from the Her Story creator, Sambarlo, and it's about an actress, and she disappeared, and there are 3 unreleased movies by her, or with her, and by her, and you have to find out what happened with her. One is like an old, like in the 60s, an old, like a church monk movie where she's dressed as a monk and falls in love with a priest. Like, then there's like this noir detective story where she is.
Maybe you know Millennium Actress.
Yeah, it feels a bit like Millennium Actress, also in the way you approach it. And what is cool about this, like the Her Story thing, is the way you explore it. You get one scene, with that you start, and when you click on faces of actors, it doesn't have to be actors, it can also be scene people, like the audio guy, like the person who does the makeup, stuff like this. You click on them, and then you jump to another scene, so you get this scene from the archive and can use it. But you can also click on lamps, and then you have another scene with a lamp, or like those pepper and salt things, and you get another scene with pepper and salt. Sometimes the actors come into a scene and do something new. Okay, I have to click on this item. And then you do this for a while, and the game doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't even say, hey, look where the actress, what happened to her. They don't even say that. They just give you this tool, and you have to if you lose motivation, well, your fault. And then something very curious happens, because in this material there's something very strange. I don't want to say what, because I was totally surprised. I didn't expect something like that, and it was cool. And then I played it, and I looked every clip in this game, and it was cool. Yeah, so I recommend it. It's also very cheesy, sometimes very cheesy acting, sometimes very, very good acting. Yeah. About Pentiment, yeah. Pentiment, I think my Deutschlandfunk colleague is going to review this, so it's not on my list anymore. Or he told me about it, because before that, I know it's not in my library.
You don't have all games.
I don't have all games in my library. But Pentiment looks really nice, totally. Yeah. Like with the monks and or maybe let's.
It had this
It has this what?
Old monk picture style.
Speaking of monks, yeah. It looks
illustrations.
I mean, I watched the trailer, like that it plays in this time of like in the Middle Age, and it has the style like of Holzschnitte. I don't know how in English. Woodcuts. Not sure. But I wonder how this game works, you know, what you can do. Is it like open world? Can you go outside whenever you want? Is it like on a mission? Is it like a mini game? I have no idea how this game works, but it's sure does look interesting. Also interesting that it's from Obsidian, like from the... You mentioned their game when you talked about RPGs.
Dragon Age.
Retro futurism.
No.
Where you are on the planet and everybody looks fun things. Oh man, I don't have words.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, yeah. It's Obsidian. It's like from the Outer Worlds creators. I don't know if they have like a smaller indie team, or if that's a team that is creating it, or if they have an indie team that they're just publishing. I don't know.
This publisher is actually somebody else.
Yeah, but it's made by Obsidian. Okay, Sea of Thieves. Oh yeah, it's the publisher page.
Yeah, I hate that.
But we can look on the internet.
I hate.
Yeah, but if you have recommendations for November, because I am.
It seems to be an RPG system.
Because I am looking for a entertainment, right? Oh, here is it. Because I am looking for games to play for my November feature, and I don't have any. I must say, this year with games, it's really, really hard to find something for the radio, like that very specific, that needs to have a little bit audio for me to use, and where I can talk longer than 10 minutes about not just gameplay. Yeah, Outer Worlds.
I'm actually not interested in Outer Worlds 2, I must say. The first one was enough.
Yeah.
It was strange because you got like these 5-6 friend characters. Like,
oh yeah, they did Fallout New Vegas. Sorry.
Yeah. And you can just get them all. There was no reason to reject one of them.
Yeah.
So the game felt a bit short-funded.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop this RPG theme.
It seems to be an RPG, yeah. It's RPGs again. But isn't that interesting, knowing their portfolio, that they went in this direction? It's super. I would love to know, like, which team does it. Is it like a smaller team? Is it like they stopped working on Outer Worlds 2 and like focusing on more like a 2D game? I found it curious that it's from Obsidian. I wouldn't have expected that. But it seems to be a little hype. I heard a lot of people that waited for the game, and some even played it and gave their thumbs up. So it seems to be pretty exciting. Yeah, reminds of the case of Child of Light at Ubisoft. Yeah, they had really their little creative art team just doing this kind of games. That's true. I mean, maybe they did that. Yeah. So. Should we stop here?
Yeah, I need to get outside.
Yeah, me too. I was sitting too much. But it was a super packed, like I promised, a super packed episode. And I feel we touched some stuff and only slided over it and could have talked more about it, but I think it's fine. Let's do the RPG stuff sometimes, and maybe integrate more opinions. That would be cool.
What does Steven say? Where someone in the community came forward with a kind of indie project. That happens.
Yeah, sounds like that. It looks like that even. But it's cool that like a bigger company even does this style and appreciate other stuff than like super realistic.
It's just for the money.
High res, first person
money
shooting stuff games, RPGs, always the same. So it's a new approach maybe. More experimentation. Alright. Thanks for watching and discussing so much. It was cool. It was a fun episode today.
It was.
Although we didn't play Fallout much, but I think now nobody really bothered.
I saw some colors. One color.
You saw one color? My blood.
The game was one color only, and
yeah. Cool. So now I go back to my Pons language learning books that I bought. I am addicted to buying language books because sometimes I go to the bookstore, like maybe you have the same thing. Like when you buy a language book, you have the feeling like you're halfway on learning a language, and so I'm addicted to just doing that. And just chatting. Well, that's a bit late.
Whatever, don't mind me.
Yeah, and I just buy these books because it feels like I did something, and so I have a big staple of language learning French books, and maybe now's a good time to check them out. Alright, guys. Yeah, but not with language books. What not with language books? Learning? Reading? Buying? Steven, come on! Right.
Make full sentences.
Make full sentences. Object, subject, predicate. I don't know what's called in English. Buying so that it feels like doing something. Oh, okay, so you don't have it with that. All right. Yeah, cool. Thanks again for coming by. See you, maybe. We haven't played Zelda for a very long time. If you want to play a new game, you have to play Zelda, okay?
Sure.
Alright, so...
Maybe I make a full playthrough of Fallout 3 next.
Yeah, I guess so. We have to redo all the stuff in the city again.
Bye!
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.